Welcome. We're back for the second time to Fountainhead Memorial in Palm Bay, Florida. I left two former major leaguers on the bench the last time we visited, so it's time to put them in the game. But first, let me ask you, what do the New York Giants, Minnesota Twins, and Hollywood have in common? Besides this video, of course. Well, let's find out. First up is Lester, or Les, Sweetland. His 5-year Major League career spanned from 1927 to 1931 with the Philadelphia Phillies and Chicago Cubs. Now, after baseball, Les, with the help of future Hall of Famer and really good friend Mickey Cochran, was hired by Tigers owner Walter Briggs to work at the Chrysler plant in Detroit. Now, after 25 years of working there, Les retired to Melbourne, Florida, where he passed away in 1974. Up the road in Melbourne, Florida, on the north side of NASA Boulevard, on the Melbourne Airport property, you'll find what was once the site of the Naval Air Station. Now, it was a training ground for the Navy pilots during World War II. Just to the south of the airstrip was some of the recreation area used during their downtime. Now, notice the baseball fields, which I marked in red, number 1 and number 2. I want you also to notice the trees that surround the whole area. And up in the top right-hand corner of the screen, you'll see where I did an oval in red. That little garage, I'll talk about that in a minute. Well, you may be wondering, where do those 4 baseball fields magically appear from? Well, after the war in the early 1950s, the New York Giants came to town, and they had all 4 ball fields built on the same site. And I call them the North Fields. Now, the Giants left town in the late 1950s. And the Minnesota Twins stepped in 1964, and they stayed till 1989. Now, both the Giants and the Twins only used Melbourne for spring training and only for their minor leagues. The only exception to that was in 1964, the Twins joined the Cocoa Rookie League, and that featured 19-year-old Rod Carew. And in 1972, they joined the Florida East Coast League. Other than those 2 years, the fields were used solely for the minor divisions. Now, in 1953, Hollywood actually joined the Giants for spring training. The movie Big Leaguer, starring Edward G. Robinson and Vera Ellen, filmed in Melbourne. I mentioned the trees earlier in this video, and the trees show up many times during the movie. And also that garage that I mentioned, you'll see it in the background as well. Now, the barracks, which housed the Navy pilots and also housed the Giants and Twins players, it makes an appearance in the movie quite a few times as well. Well, let's change it up a little. And let's take a stroll by this beautiful pond and go visit a former major leaguer, Gene Markland. Now, Gene played for Connie Mack's Philadelphia A's in 1950. Well, that was his only major league season. Now, Gene was a second baseman, but now he rests here, up in the catbird seat. Now, within walking distance of the 4 fields we've been talking about, you can see on the south side of NASA Boulevard, there's other fields. Now, these were certainly used by the Giants and Twins also, but many people don't even know that these fields even existed. I'm standing roughly where the main field was here in Melbourne on the south side, the south fields. But if you look way down here, that palm tree all by itself, that's real close, I believe, where the left field line would have been. Now, beyond the fence, I would say, but still, nonetheless, left field. And if you scroll around to the right, way down, there's another tree, losing most of its leaves. That's pretty close where right field line would have been. Again, beyond the fence, of course. Sheer speculation, could have been someone who was very nostalgic, maybe spent some time out here. And when they took the fields away and everything else, maybe they planted a couple of trees long ago. Those trees are not young, but they're not, I don't think they're 60, 70 years old either. So someone planted those. You know, you come out here and you look around and you think of the dozens upon dozens of young 18, 19-year-old men who have dreams of making the big league club, joining the Giants, joining the Twins. And you know that most of those dreams were not fulfilled. I'm standing here in pretty much straightaway center field, can only imagine a young man seeing the ball come off the bat and chasing it out here in these fields such a long time ago. This photo is from 1978, and you can see the south fields that we're on are on the top left of this photo, and you can barely see a resemblance of them. Now, we may never see photos of these fields actually being used, but somewhere out there are somebody's memories.